Check my mic's working, guys. Yep, got green light. Good morning, guys. Mark Welsh Piper on a very early Monday morning. It is that is not correct. 25 past 12 Monday morning. So I'm smoking my 7L lucite. Beautiful. You know, everyone knows what the lucite stem looks like. It's the 122. Nice deep bowl, wide, and in it Biker and Boiser aromatic, orange and tangerine aromatic from Town Tobacco. My second tin I'm on. It's going to become a very good Christmas blend for me, as I mentioned before. Anyway, what I've been up to today. We'll see no videos on YouTube. Me and the missus decided to go out to a town called Blackpool, which is on the northwest coast. One of my friends in America. It's a big tourist spot. Like a lot of tourist spots, you know, which we had the heyday in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. You know, and got run down a bit and gone to pot a little bit, but I've been spending money on it, you know, and it's started to look a lot better than what it used to be, put it that way. Anyway, it's got 3 piers. Got a North Pier, South Pier, and a Central Pier. And the Central Pier's got a big Ferris wheel on. A couple of videos coming through. A couple of VRs, smoke snacks. I say, guys, I should have let this dry out a little bit. I pulled it straight out the bloody tin, not realising how wet it was going to be. But I had quite a few dry bits in it, so I thought I'll just mix it up and it'll be alright. So we went to a place called Blackpool. So it's still a big holiday destination for a lot of UK people. And Mrs. wanted to go because they light up the promenade and all the streets along the front with lights this time of year. And I think they run from, let me think, it's around about 28th October, beginning of November, all the way through to 5th of January. But boy, oh boy, will we have a shock today. They were abysmal. They were absolutely crap. Again, I think it's just a case of government cutbacks, you know, the local councils cutting back on money and, you know, funding not being given. Compared to a couple of years when we went last end, it was actually absolutely, I was going to do some, I did film a bit of it, guys, but it was absolutely not worth putting on. It was abysmal, absolutely diabolical. It was a shame really, because it used to be really good, you know, different lights. So every lamppost, yeah, had something hanging from it. But this year they had a few strings across from one lamppost to the other. Absolutely diabolical and all. I thought it'd be nice to show you guys, but fortunately not. So it's about 75 miles from where we live. So they say about, according to the maps, you know, it's about an hour and 20 depending on the traffic. But we've got these stupid motorways now. Oh, they've turned a lot of our motorways into 4-lane motorways, call them smart motorways. But it's all got these variable speed limits on now. And we must be doing about 50 miles per hour instead of 70, you know, about 15 miles. And does that get boring? And there's no reason for it, you know, there's no accidents or whatever, something, there might be a car that pulled up or broke down or had an issue, but it'd be in a lay-by, you know, pulled off the road. So they put us 50-mile-an-hour limit on, and it's like 12, 15 miles of it, and there was nothing. And that winds me up, I tell you. Winds me up like hell. Absolutely. It's a joke. It's come, the system's become a joke. And all it is to put, they've got more fancy cameras and they can pick out a car from like a mile away and take your picture, see if you're wearing your seatbelt, if you're smoking, if you're on your phone, all that bullshit. That's what they're doing it for. But when you do 50 mile an hour, or supposed to be a 70 mile an hour road, it gets beyond the joke. So I said to my missus, we pop in there then to see the lights and all that. Plus, we always go to a nice fish and chip shop. One of the best, what we think, in there in the Blackpool. It's called Bisham and Cleveley's Fish and Chip Shop. I've got a couple of them. This one's in Blackpool. I can't remember the name of the road, but it's a good one anyway. So if you look, Bisham and Cleveley's, fantastic fish and chips. We go there every time we go there. We stop off there. So while I was up there, they've changed the roads a little bit since we last been. I said it's been a couple of years. Now you go straight through to like what we call Central Pier. And the reason I wanted to go Central Pier because I wanted to pop into a cafe called the Gallion Cafe, which is owned by Nigel Poulson. Now, a lot of you guys might not know him, but he used to be on the YouTube, big pipe smoker, and he was known as MP Piper. I thought it was NW Piper, but it's MP for Nigel Poulson Piper. So I got talking to him. I popped in, I'll put a few pictures up, of his cafe. Of his cafe. I'll put him in here. So that's his cafe. He's done it out really nice. It used to be called the Gallion Bar. I don't know how far back. And inside of it, really, it used to look really nice. It had nice lighting outside and all that sort of stuff. But I believe Mrs. was telling me he used to have a heck of a lot of trouble in there all the time. I think that's why it ended up closing down. I don't know how long it's been shut. But obviously, Nigel's took it over, turned it into a cafe, and I think it was run down for a bit. It had been left empty for a while. But it did look like a galleon, like the outside of a boat, the galleon. And you look at all the windows on the back end of the old galleon ships. That's what it looked like. It looked fantastic inside. And I hope if I've done it right, you would have seen them photos just. Anyway, it's called the Gallion. It's called the Gallion Cafe. It's actually, as you go into the head for if they're you British guys, if you're going over, head for Central Pier. And you can't miss it really. It's basically it's opposite it. You can park, and there's a new car park they built called the Central, which is actually right next opposite. So if you go down, you'll be parking on the right in this big multi-story car park. And I'll put the address, I'll put the link in the bucket to where it is. All homemade food. A lot of it Nigel does himself. So I dropped him off a load of baccy. Hope he enjoys it. I didn't really know what he likes, so I took a bit of all sorts. And we had a bit of a chat. And he got it like a sea theme. He's got his lights up, but he goes slowly getting his Christmas stuff up. And he's done a lot to the cafe, so obviously it's took him a long time to get it right. But it looks nice, and I suggest if you are heading that way, pop into that cafe, which what we did. We had a coffee and a tea cake to start us off for the day. And obviously, because I knew he was going to eat, fish and chips later, we didn't have anything big. Had a little chat with him, and I said, "Why you not been on, on the YouTube channel? Why have you not been making any videos for a long time?" He's had some personal issues, which is not for me to discuss. Whether he'll talk about it when he comes back, I don't know. I said, "Listen, people miss you. We're asking about where you are and all that." And I'll put a picture on as well. Nigel, in case if everyone forgot what he looks like. So I'll put a picture in here. Yeah, so that's Nigel. Very nice man, very quietly spoken. And staff, he got a great team there, great staff. He had a friend helping him out, with the business. Like I said, it's not for me to say what's happened. So hopefully Nigel will explain when he comes back. And yeah, fantastic little cafe. We found a great place to park. Um, if you guys in Britain, in the UK, you guys if you know Blackpool, head for York Street car park and try and park around that because it's an expensive car park. We went to park. It was going to cost us £7 4 hours. Then someone moved out the way just in front of the car park, so we dived into their spot and we didn't have to pay because it was on the road, just in front of the car park. So we were really lucky there. We didn't have to pay for car parking fees. So I'd like to make a few notes, guys. Yeah, so I went for a walk around with the missus, as we do, go through the amusements and all that, and have a few of the shops and stuff. And I decided to I had smoked Michelero Peru, which are coming up again, guys. So that's a Michelero Peru. As you see, it's 4x60, I think it is. Only a small cigar, but good cigar, and I enjoyed that. And while I was smoking that, and Mrs. having a little wander around the shops, and we came across Ecuadorian panpipers. I love pipe. I just like the sound of panpipes. I don't know why. I feel emotional when them guys are playing them. So I'm going to put a little video in there, guys. It's about 3 minutes long. So I'll put it in. I'll shut up. I'll let you listen to it, or you can fast forward the video a little bit. But I love the stuff, and we did come away with 2 CDs. So here's the guys from Ecuador playing. Right, so that's the guys from Ecuador, and I just love that sort of music. Obviously, I've got Native American flute, which was kindly gifted to me by Mark from TPI, Tobacco Pipes International. The TPI? I forgot Mark's name. Sorry, Mark. But I'll put his link up anyway to his channel. He kindly made me on the American flutes, which I'm learning to play. Anyway, what's next, guys? The fish and chip shop. Like I said, I'll try and put a link up into the fish and chop or the chip shop. A couple of photos on obviously the address. So let's go with this one now. So that's the chippy I recommend if you're going to Blackpool, guys. Fantastic stuff. And they can do a regular portion and do a what they call there's a massive one. It's about a 10-ounce fish and chips, a 10-ounce fish. I think that's about £14 with peas. And then we had a pot of tea. And so it's another place that's been done well. They've expanded the place. They've got a separate seating area for, because they've expanded for disabled people. So as you go in on the left-hand side, it's a fantastic place. On the cakes. Oh, here's a couple of the cakes, by the way, guys. Yeah. So there's the cakes. Me and Mrs. actually got 2 cakes each. I'll tell a lie. We actually got 3. We got an eclair filled with cream and strawberries, which you seen in the photo. I got a cheesecake, which had cherry, like a cherry filling on the top. And then Mrs. didn't fancy the cheesecake, so she had a tart. like a fruit tart, and we had 2 massive scones. And yeah, and which I'll be taking to work tomorrow night, or later on tonight, I should say, because obviously it's Monday now, early hours Monday morning. That's why I'm not doing this so late. So keeping on staying up for a bit, and then obviously sleep in the morning and go to work tomorrow night. So that's what's happening, guys. Yeah, them cakes actually. Yeah, unfortunately, don't do the waistline much good, do they? But lucky enough, we don't do that. That's a treat for us. We just not. We don't eat cakes like that every week. So that's a treat for us. And yeah, they're saying that going back to yeah, the lights were actually crap. Absolutely, you know, if you're going for the lights, don't bother, guys. You know, it's a waste. It's I don't know if anybody in the UK you want to go with fancy going to Blackpool just to see the lights. I give it a miss because it's just absolutely wasted time. I'm telling you, there's loads of things missing. You know, from it starts also start down the bottom end and go all the way through to the past the where all the amusements are. What's that bloody park called? Where all the fairground is and all that. You know what I mean? If you're in the UK, guys, I've got the name of it at the moment. It was closed. Obviously, it's closed now because out of season, but it goes for about a mile anyway. You know, and yeah, absolutely disappointing because most of the lights are normally on the right hand side, and then, like I said before, crossed on the road between the lights, between the street lights. Absolutely diabolical this year. Certainly not going to go next year. That's sure. I might go again in summer. Also, you're going to hopefully go meet Nigel up and have a share a pipe with him next year. You know, once weather breaks, once we got winter out the way. Well, and a lot of tourists go there this time of year to go and see the lights. Obviously, they've got the Christmas lights coming up as well, which they put up in town, which is totally different. But the lights they have about this time of year is absolutely diabolical. Don't waste your time going, guys, honestly. And Ozark Piper, a little quick message for Ozark Piper here. Talking about cigars, he's saying that me and Simon are bad influence. Because obviously we've been smoking cigars the last couple of weeks. And all I can say to Ozark Piper, now I think this, I don't, he's got a channel called the Ozark Piper. I'm sure he's been before, he's had another channel before because there's no videos on his channel. And he's got very few subs, so obviously if he's not putting videos out, he's not going to get the subs, is he? So the Ozark Piper, if you obviously, I think he's from Arkansas, is it? Arkansas. Arkansas, you idiot. Arkansas. What? See, I just pronounce things as I see them. It's Arkansas, isn't it? Arkansas, you muppet. Anyway, Arkansas, he's from Arkansas. So, Ozark Piper, let's get some videos going again. Because I thought, I'm sure you had a channel before, and obviously something's happened to it, and you've taken it down or whatever, or you got hacked or whatever happened. Yeah, grab yourself some cigars and join in the fun. Yeah, but like I took 4 cigars with me today. Like I said, I only smoked the one. I did take a few pipes, but it was a bit miserable and wet this morning when I got to the cafe, like to have a smoke. I was going to have a smoke with Nigel, which is a shame, which is what I hope to do next time I go up. Real nice chap. Like I said, go to that cafe, the Gallion cafe, if you can, guys. Go and give him some support. Go and give his business some support if you are heading that way. All you got to do, depending on which way you go, if you know Blackpool, head for Central Pier, and it's like I said, I put the address in the bucket anyway. It's virtually opposite the Central Pier, and the car park is around the back of his place. So if you're coming from Central Pier, you go down, you go past the cafe, take a right turn, that'll take you into York Street, and the car park will be right in front of you. Try and park in that area, you know, if you can. Like I said, the park itself is a little bit dear. It's not a big car park either. The main car park, I reckon, will be a few bob. So I suggest try and find some parking on the side street if you can. I'm actually going to take this filter out, I think. The pipe's not warm enough for me to worry about any cracking or anything, guys. Yeah, so it's really disappointing. And we've got some birthdays coming up, haven't we? I know Pipe Monkey Gary's on Thursday, so I've got a package going out to him. I hope he has a good birthday. I know no day again. I know he's going to be working because he's been doing like 6 days a week last few weeks, and I've hardly spoke to him. So actually, my poor guy must be absolutely knackered. Whereas I was looking at his father-in-law. You think 6 days a week is giving him like 1 day to do his shopping and whatever else he needs to do. Not much time, is it, guys? I'll be honest. So, Daddy, thoughts with you, mate? I'm not sure if it's Smarty Bob has had his birthday or it's due as well this week. Can't remember, but if I find out who it is, I'll put a link to the. I'm going to put a link to the channels anyway. Whoever's birthday it is coming up. Well, I wish them all the best. I'm not sure whether I missed Smarty Bob's. I think his might have been last week. See, I know it's this. Definitely know it's this month. And only on top of these things, because today's been obviously with the car, which is still not prepared yet, guys. Still trying to find the parts for it. So we've actually we've got a hire car, which we will only have for 2 weeks. Obviously, going to need it for this week to get to work, and then possibly next week. Hoping I can get the parts in this week for the car. The one I'm trying to do the repairs on. Work on that next weekend, and then get it through that LT I was on about, which is the safety certificate. So we've got this week and next week we're going to have the car. Hopefully my car will be back on the road by then, if I can find the part. Because a new part of what I want, it's going to cost hundreds, and I just haven't got that, So, and people are going to say, yeah, well, you could have used the money you're paying for the hire car, But what a hire car, I'm telling you guys, is a quarter of what cost the part is. So that's why we've got the hire car, and plus I need to get them to work again, because while I'm at work I'm losing money. So, and I ain't going to pay the bills, is it? So we've hired the car. It's only a small car. It's actually a Mazda. We were supposed to be getting something like a small car, what we call I don't know what you have in America, but over here it's either a Corsa size or a Ford Fiesta. But it's 4-door, small compact car, basically is what it is, but because that was the cheapest. So I thought we don't need anything big and flash, but we ended up with a Mazda, which is called, over here is called a CX-5, which is like an SUV. Very underpowered. Nice car. It's brand new. It's this year's model. It's done 10,000 miles. But because they didn't have a small car available when we booked. So that's what they give us, though. I was like, oh, we've got a nice bigger car, which would have cost us about another £200, or £400 in total extra if we'd have booked that one. So we managed to get that at saying, because that's the only one they had here, and they said, oh, you can have that at the price of the small car, which I wasn't going to complain about, was I? Get the bigger car for the same price as a small car. So I said, we're going to have that 2 weeks. And yeah. But it's very underpowered. It's a heavy car. And I don't know what engine's in it. I'll have to check. It's only got to be, I guess, it's a petrol car, and you can put your foot to the floor on this. There's just no power there, and the power what it does, what you do, is so slow. It's actually, I don't know. It's a 1600 engine in it, but it's a heavy car. So like I said, it's an SUV, So it's a bit. I wouldn't be surprised. It's not much difference between the way to my X3 on that car. Maybe a couple of £100, but it should go a lot quicker than that. I don't know what engine's in it, but it's absolutely. We looked at it; it was really nice inside. It's a nice layout. I like the way the inside is. It's all nice. It's a black one, and it's the inside, the interior is real nice, real comfortable, and yeah, it's just let down by such a crap engine. But hey ho, guys. Well, that's it. I've waffled on enough. So by the time it took 25 minutes, so by the time I put these photographs in and everything and a bit of video, I dare say it'll be about a 30-minute video. So I wish you all well. I wish you all a good week. I hope you all had a great weekend. Enjoyed your time off work. I wish you a good, safe week this week. And I'll catch you on the next Welshie's Waffle. Oh, Garrett from Smoked Snacks, unfortunately, he's had a package sent to me. It's been returned to his address, and he doesn't know why. Apparently, he didn't leave the US. Apparently, and it's cost him a few bob. And I'm really sorry about that, Gareth, because obviously it's a lot of money to lose, especially and we don't know the reason yet why. I said I'll try and check the tracking if you give me the number, but he said he hasn't even left the States. I thought it might have been a weight issue because he said he put it in about £4 from weight. I said, oh, it might get stopped over here. Anything over like £2, yeah, there's like an automatic stop. So that's what So I do apologise, Garrett. It's if I had the money, I'd give you the money for the shipping, mate. Honestly, I would. But it's just with the car issues, everything, it's just a nightmare. And I've had to hire this car, which my missus has paid for. It's not me because I haven't got the funds for it. So yeah, that's what's happening, guys. So KT, Garrett, I do thank you anyway. As much it would have been. If anything like that package you sent to Paul, I was looking forward to it as well. So, but hey ho, shit happens, doesn't it? As I say. So I appreciate it anyway, Garrett, KT. I appreciate your thoughts, and yeah, this you've done a great package for Paul. Some great personal, individual sort of items there. But yeah, it's weird. I'd like to know if they do send you a note or something on the package, or it does get back to you why they diffused it, why it didn't go out. It'd be interesting to find out. But again, Garrett, Katie, thank you very much. And if you don't know who Garrett and Katie are from Smoked Snacks, I'll put a link to their channel in the bucket as well. So I'll see you on the next one, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your comments. Don't forget, hit that thumbs up, like, subscribe, and tune in, guys. All the best now. Take care.